Cover letters serve an important and often misunderstood function in the job search. A cover letter often accompanies the resume when submitting job search materials. It is a document that conveys a candidate's interest in a specific position and their qualifications for that role. A cover letter is an opportunity to clearly convey the direct connection between an applicant and a job, and can help bridge the gap for an employer if it's done effectively. A poorly constructed cover letter, however, can mean that an employer doesn't get the connection. Cover letters should fit onto one page with 4 to 5 paragraphs. They include your contact information, a greeting, the introduction, the body, the conclusion, the closing, and your name. Traditional formats also include the date the letter was sent and the contact information for the person you are addressing. More modern formats typically exclude this information and use the same contact information layout from your resume for a more consistent visual feel. To create effective content for your cover letter, we strongly encourage you to begin by reviewing the job description and extracting key skill sets and abilities. If a role has an especially vague description, search online for job descriptions of similar positions. Note that in most cases, you do not need to possess every skill to be qualified for a job. In fact, possessing every skill already may make you overqualified for a role, since there would be no opportunity for growth professionally. Possessing 60 to 80% of the skills is generally a good guideline, unless you're missing a skill that is fundamental to a role, like knowing a language or being able to code. Once you've identified which of the requested skills you have, write down 1 to 2 examples for each skill. These skills can come from your academic or professional life and could include projects, internships, volunteer work, full-time experience, coursework, and more. Once you have your examples, bucket 2 or 3 skills the employer has prioritized. These skills will make up the body of the cover letter. Rather than walking someone through your experience chronologically, you want to organize your cover letter by skill sets, which is much easier for a reader to understand and appreciate because it is immediately relevant. So let's think about how to get started. If you are positive about someone's preferred honorific, such as Mrs. Rodriguez, you may use it, but it is best not to make assumptions about gender or marital status. The first and last name of the hiring manager will be sufficient. Dear Hiring Committee is also a safe and gender-neutral option for addressing the cover letter when you can't locate the name of the hiring manager. In the opening paragraph, it's a good idea to do 3 things. 1. Briefly introduce yourself. 2. Explain what you think the company is doing well, or share something new and exciting you've learned about them. And 3. Outline the 2 or 3 most important skills that they're seeking and which you know you have. If you were referred by someone at the company, you may choose to include it in this paragraph as well. In the next paragraph, provide a strong opening sentence that addresses the first skill you have. Then, provide 1 or 2 examples demonstrating how you have that skill. In the second body paragraph and optional third body paragraph, do the same thing. Provide a strong opening sentence that addresses the next skill you have. Then, provide 1 or 2 examples demonstrating how you have that skill. In the final paragraph, thank them for their consideration. Share any other information such as your availability, but only if it's specifically requested. Reiterate your skills for the role. And finally, reiterate your passion and interest. You do not need to include your contact information if it's at the top of the page. We recommend using the same font and header on the cover letter that you used on your resume. Using the same fonts and margin will give a clean and consistent look to your materials. If writing a cover letter seems like an overwhelming task, remember that writing them gets faster, especially if the roles to which you're applying are seeking similar types of skills. For example, if one role is seeking research skills, writing skills, and international experience, while another is seeking research skills, writing skills, and teamwork, you may be able to use your previous examples of research and writing and create new content to address your teamwork skills. While this is not the only way to write a cover letter, it is highly effective at conveying exactly what an employer wants to know and is ideal for a reader who may not have time to read every word. Above all, remember to tailor your cover letters for each job. An employer should be convinced of your relevant skills and enthusiasm. For more information about cover letters, meet with a Wasserman Center career coach or check out our additional resources.